Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing blue trimmed with silver. Official weight, 154 pounds. Professional record, 17 victories, including 15 knockouts with only 1 defeat. Originally from Ocotlán, Mexico, now fighting out of Oxnard, California. Please welcome Sergio Rios. And his opponent across the ring, fighting out of the red corner, wearing silver trimmed with black. Official weight, 154 1/2 pounds. Professional record, 35 victories, including 26 knockouts, with only 2 defeats and 1 no decision. He's from Atlanta, Georgia, the former welterweight champion of the world, Vernon, the Viper Forrest.
Okay, Vernon, your trunks are a little high, so any punches thrown in this area will be considered a clean punch. Now, gentlemen, we went over the rules in the dressing room. I want you to keep the fight clean at all times, protect yourself at all times, and what I say you must obey. Good luck, touch gloves. Vernon, swipe it. Touch up. Come on, here we go.
Forrest says that he feels he has to take a step back to take a step ahead, that he's like Kurt Schilling going back to the minor leagues for rehab. Let's see how he performs against AAA competition.
Hey, Roy Jones, Bob Costas made reference to Vernon's quote from our fighter meeting yesterday. I'm as nervous as I was before my first amateur fight as a 9-year-old. Is that good or bad for Forrest?
That's very good for Forrest, because if he's not ready, he gets a chance to find out, because hopefully his nervous energy won't allow him to do nothing crazy early. When you're confident, you go out and try anything and do stuff early and get caught with big punches. Now that he's nervous, that's good for him.
And Vernon catches Rios with a right hand that knocks him back and a quick left hook as well. Are you surprised Vernon Forrest, after a 2-year layoff and at age 34, can still make 154 pounds?
No, I'm not surprised today. Vernon's not really never been a fat guy. He's always, he's thick, he's built good, but he's a tall, lean guy. He's not one of those guys who, if he's not doing much, will pick up a lot of weight.
Vernon Forrest at his best has a terrific jab, good straight right hand, excellent speed and quickness for a man of his height, great technique. He knows how to box.
Yeah, he has vicious power in that right hand.
Now he's trying to lure Rios into making a mistake rather than seizing the initiative.
And Rios, whose only loss was on a TKO in the first round, when he says he had dominated the round and then got caught by a big punch that cut him, isn't falling for the bait so far.
Yeah, and Vernon has to be careful in throwing this right hook to the body. They don't get caught with a headbutt, because he's leading with his head a little more. And it's just something that time will bring back, because his timing and his rhythm is a little off from 2 years.
Forrest, who of course lived through the peak of his career in Atlanta, actually moved to Los Angeles to rehab his shoulder and wound up living mostly in Los Angeles for the last couple of years, says that he felt a little bit like a fish out of water, and he's going back to Atlanta after this fight. Good right cross across the top by Forrest, and a little left hook up and underneath. Caught Rios on the chin. Forrest showing pretty good quickness in his first fight back after a 2-year layoff. And now Rios comes inside, stepping in resolutely for the first time and banging twice to the body. Once again, Vernon leaning over to get that right hand to the body.
Don't hold it, don't hold it.
Forrest was quite candid yesterday in saying, I fought the wrong fight with Carter Mayorga the first time around. I learned a lesson from that. The second time around, I'd have been a lot better off, but I couldn't really box because I couldn't extend my jab.
Very nice. Let me get some water, Joe. Thank you, baby. All right, very nice. Take a deep breath. Very nice, very nice. Very nice. Very nice, Vernon. This is going to be the takeoff.
That was a good round. He's just throwing the jab. Raise your hand. Lift up your hand. And watch out for his left hook. Watch out. Yeah. Keep your hands up. Yeah. He's not doing nothing to you. Come on, deep breath.
He see Vernon with that beautiful right hook to the body. He threw a little bit, he extended a little more at that time. That time it comes around a little more. You see his head right there where I was talking about the headbutts. That's what he has to be careful of. He see him again with that beautiful right hook to the body, but he has to be careful of leading with his head because as you see, his head is crossing the neutral zone before his punch does.
CompuBox numbers in round one. Forrest 12 out of 50. Rios not very active, landing only 2 out of 31 punches. Mostly seemed to try to keep his distance. Forrest not really landing his jab according to CompuBox count, only 2 out of 26, but throwing 26 of them. That's probably a good sign in and of itself. Roy, there are viewers sitting at home saying, come on, this is a sport. And look at this guy, Rios. His muscles are slack. They're not toned at all. Are they right?
Yeah, his muscles are slack and he's not really toned, but everybody, like I mentioned, I think in one of the last fights we had, every fighter is not built with that muscle toned body. Some guys just are not going to muscle up no matter what. A lot of that has to do with the genes and their heredity. You know?
Is it possible for a guy to be a strong fighter with a body that looks like that?
Yeah, it's possible for a guy to be a strong fighter with a body that looks just like that.
How?
Easy. Sometimes, see, boxing is about leverage and know-how. When you got long, he's long enough, he has good legs, he has 15 knockouts, so obviously he has some power.
Exactly.
His skill level is not all of that, but you can't be a great fighter like that.
Fascinating. You saw the good flurry inside by Vernon Forrest, who for the most part is picking his spots in these first 2 rounds of his comeback fight against Sergio Rios. Sometimes confusing to the average sports fan, Roy, to come to this sport, look at the body of a fighter like Rios and say, well, that doesn't look like an athlete to me at all. Then they see sculpted gods with tremendous muscular bodies who can't fight effectively.
There you go. So it's all about what you know. An ounce of know-how or knowledge is better than a pile or a ton of strength.
As much a mind game as anything else. Forrest sets up a perfect left-right combination, landed the right hand on the point of the chin, and now Rios goes down. And I think the preceding combination was instrumental in the knockdown.
Yeah, I didn't see a punch. I thought that the punch he went down from just grazed him. So you may be right, Jim, that the punch from the preceding combination may have caused the knockdown.
Yeah, because he threw a perfect left-right about 10 seconds before that.
Or the fall down.
I think he vacated because he was afraid he was going to get caught with another shot, so he laid down so he wouldn't get caught.
Hold him, Vernon.
Solid left hook inside by Forrest, and the right cross produces the second knockdown of the round, and Rios is not going to get up. Kenny Bayless stops the fight. A knockout for Vernon Forrest in the second round, and that is a confidence builder.
Well, he said that he was going to come out of his rehab like someone in a lab coming out as Dr. Frankenstein. I think he may be a monster in progress. He's not all there yet, but as you say, this was just a minor league workout for him.
Well, for Vernon, I'm very thrilled and very proud because at least he got his feet wet, got over that being nervous, and got a chance to go out and experiment with his new shoulder, with being here after the surgery. For his opponent, that was not a good effort. I'm going to leave it at that.
Now, and what you're saying is the opponent allowed Vernon to close the show in the second round because he had seen enough to know that he wasn't going to get anywhere.
Exactly. He just felt like he was overclassed and he didn't want to be in there no more.
So Forrest got a chance to close the show, landing 13 out of 25 power shots. And as I say, a confidence-building knockout, although, of course, Vernon's a pro. He knows what Roy knows. It's not going to be that big a confidence builder because he saw the guy melt.
But he did land some good punches. He had to work for the punches. The guy wasn't giving him nothing. Just once the guy felt the power, he realized, nah, I don't think I want to be in here with this.
You know, I think that even to call Rios a AAA player is overstatement. His day job is as a cement mixer, and he shouldn't give it up.
At all.
Let's take a look at a couple of replays. Roy, you tell us what Vernon did.
But right here you see Vernon with the right hand lead right over the top, which was a good punch. It didn't do that much damage because he didn't even put much body behind it. That's what you call a pop shot. Here Vernon threw a left hook that missed, the overhand right over top of his head. He just jumped down on the floor because he wasn't willing to be in there to get hit no more by the Vernon Forrest power. The second shot, you'll see a long delayed reaction before he jumps on the floor. Vernon feint with the right hand. Right here comes the left hook, straight right hand. Then the guy, well, that's not it right there. Same punch. And the guy said, okay, that's enough of this. I got hit twice in a row with the same combination. No, not a third time, which is smart.
Big smile for Vernon Forrest. Let's go to Michael Buffer with the officials on the knockout.
Ladies and gentlemen, the end comes at 2 minutes 43 seconds of round number 2. Referee Kenny Bayless calls a halt. The winner by knockout victory. He's back at 154 pounds. Vernon, the Viper Forrest.
36th win in 38 fights for Vernon Forrest. Both of his professional losses to the same opponent, Ricardo Mayorga. And Forrest hoping to come back near the top of the sport where he was 3 years ago. Final CompuBox numbers will show a one-sided fight in favor of Forrest. He landed 27 out of 90. Rios, who mostly wanted to stay away, landing only 6 punches over the course of nearly 2 rounds. Larry Merchant stands by in the ring now with Vernon Forrest.
Congratulations, Vernon. You told us you were nervous as a 9-year-old coming up to this fight. Did you experience any of that once you climbed up into the ring?
Yeah, but Larry, please, first I'd like to thank God for giving me this victory. I'd like to dedicate this fight to Barbara Stanford, a friend of mine, my best friend. His mother passed away, and I wasn't able to pay my last respect, so I dedicate this fight to him. To her in her memory. Yes, I was nervous. I don't know if you could see it or not, but I was a little apprehensive about engaging early. So I wanted to get in the rhythm, set my pace, and then I wanted to get in there and go to work.
When you said you were going back to AAA, it looked more like your opponent was A or AA.
I don't know. I don't know. I just wanted to get in there and get the rust off. We'll step it up next time. Next fight will be a little tougher, then whoever you guys want me to fight.
Do you think you want to stay at 54, or does the 147-pound division look more profitable these days?
Oh, absolutely. 47 look very, very profitable. And I'm going to get with a nutritionist and see can I get down. When I get back to Atlanta, I'm going to go to a doctor and see how low I can go. And I'll get with a nutritionist. If I can make 47, I'll go back down. Or if not, I'll just stay up at 54.
Congratulations. Good to see you back, Vernon.
Thanks, Larry.
Bob?
Hey, man, just spit it right in there. Don't worry about it. Up your hands. Be sharp. Change your angle. Give him that, hey, come on. And snap your punch.
So you saw the